Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to show you how to make an elegant scarf which will be divided in 3 parts. So this is part 1. For this video or for this crochet pattern I will use any yarn of your choice and use the recommended hook size written on the label. But before starting, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel for more patterns like this one, and give it a thumbs up if you like it, and of course share it with your loved ones to learn how to make this pattern. So what I like to do is to take the yarn from the inside of the yarn ball, and here I will make my magic knot and chain 6, and after chaining 6 I'm going to insert my hook in the first chain and make a slip stitch to form a ring. Next I'm going to chain 3, and these 3 chains will be considered as my first double crochet. Chain 1 more and yarn over, make 1 double crochet in the ring. Chain 1 and yarn over, make double crochet in the ring, chain 1, yarn over, and again make a double crochet in the same ring. Chain 1, yarn over, double crochet in the same ring again. So you're going to have 4 spaces. Now I'm going to chain 3 again. I will flip my work. I will consider the first 3 chains as my first double crochet, yarn over and insert your hook in the first space and make a double crochet, yarn over and make a double crochet again in the same space. You will have 2 double crochets in the same space. Next, make 1 double crochet over the next and yarn over and make 2 double crochets in the next space. Continue working in the same way. Until you reach the end. Make 1 double crochet in the 3rd chain from the previous row. Now I'm going to flip my work and chain 3 again. These 3 chains will count as my first double crochet. I will chain an additional 2, skip 1 stitch, and in the next stitch make a double crochet, then chain 2 again, yarn over, skip 1 stitch, in the next make a double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, skip 1, in the next make a double crochet, and continue in the same way until you finish this row. So when you finish the steps, exceptionally in the first part of our scarf, we're going to chain 2 once again and make a double crochet in the last stitch. But in the next steps, or when we're repeating this pattern, we won't be doing this step. So that's how it should look like. Now I'm going to start with the next row. Chain 3 and count them as your first double crochet, yarn over, and in the first space, make a double crochet, yarn over again and repeat your double crochet. Yarn over and make a double crochet in the next chain or stitch, yarn over and one double crochet in the next space, and repeat these steps until you reach the end. 2 double crochets in each space, 1 double crochet over each double crochet. Now I'm going to insert my hook in the second stitch and make a slip stitch, chain 5 and insert your hook in the same stitch and make a slip stitch. Flip your work again, and now we're going to start working in the next half circle. So I've changed to chain 3 and count them as my first.
راح اعمل 1 2 3 اعتبرهم عمود.
I'm going to chain a 4th chain and yarn over and insert my hook in the ring and make a double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet in the same ring, then chain 1 again, double crochet in the same ring, finally chain 1. You will have 3 spaces. At a 4th space, I'm going to skip 2 stitches from the previous semicircle. I don't need this one. 1, 2. In the third, I'm going to make a slip stitch. So now the work is joined together, the 2 pieces. Again, I'm going to chain 3 and skip 2 stitches from this side. In the third stitch, slip stitch. And now I'm going to flip my work and start working in these spaces. In the first space, I'm going to make 2 double crochets in this first space. Then over this double crochet I'm going to make 1 double crochet. I will make 2 double crochets in the next space and 1 double crochet over the next double crochet in the next space. Again, make 2 double crochets and continue working in the same The piece should look like this. And now I'm going to chain 6 and flip my work. Yarn over, and in the second chain I'm going to insert my hook and make a puff stitch with 2 yarn overs. I'm going to pull through my threads or loops and then pull through the 2 remaining loops on the hook. I'm going to skip 2 stitches and yarn over and insert my hook in the third stitch, make a double crochet. Next, chain 3 and yarn over in the bottom of the double crochet we just made, make a puff stitch like we did before, and when you finish this puff stitch, skip 2 stitches again and insert your hook in the third stitch and make a double crochet. I'm going to repeat the steps. Chain 3, yarn over in the bottom of this double crochet, make a puff stitch. After making 3 puff stitches, I'm going to continue making my remaining puff stitches but without skipping any stitches from below. So here I will insert my hook in the next stitch without skipping any stitches and make my puff stitch, and repeat these steps until you obtain 7 puff stitches in total. The last puff stitch will be attached to the other side, so here I will show you how I'm going to attach or join my work with the semicircle we did before. After making or finishing the 7 puff stitches, I'm going to make a yarn over and skip 2 stitches from the other side, insert my hook in the 3rd stitch and make a slip stitch, and I'm going to show you how it will look like. It's like this. And now I'm going to chain 3, skip 2 stitches from the same side and slip stitch in the 3rd stitch, and then I'm going to flip my work. Now I'm going to make 7 puff stitches again, and I'll show you how to make them. Chain 3, yarn over, and in the 2nd chain of this 3 chains we just made, insert your hook and make your first puff stitch in this way. Now I'm going to yarn over, and between the first 2 puff stitches from the previous row I'm going to insert my hook and make my double crochet, which is the foundation of my 2nd puff stitch of this row. Chain 3 and yarn over. In the bottom of this double crochet make your 2nd puff stitch, and after you finish, again insert your hook between the next 2 puff stitches and make your double crochet, and continue working in the same way until you obtain 7 puff stitches. After finishing the 7 puff stitches, I'm going to flip my work and I'm going to start with the next row. Chain 3, chain 2 again, and around this chain make 2 double crochets, and between these 2 double crochets make 2 chains. So I'm going to double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet, 2 again and double crochet in the next space or around the next chains, 2 chains, 1 double crochet. You shall obtain 15 double crochets when you're finished or done with this row. So come back when you finish. So the last step in this row, I'm going to chain 2 and skip 2 chains from below, 1, 2, and the 3rd I'm going to make a slip stitch. Next I'm going to flip my work and yarn over. Around the first chains I'm going to make 2 double crochets. So this row will be all double crochets without any chains. Here I'm going to make a double crochet over my next double crochet. Again I'm making 2 double crochets around the next chain or in the next space, and continue working in this way. 2 double crochets around the chains, 1 double crochet over each double crochet. After finishing my double crochets, I'm going to show you how it looked like. And from here on, I'm going to repeat these steps. I'm going to make another small semicircle and then another big semicircle, and work this way until you reach the height or the length of the scarf you want. Okay, flip your work and insert your hook in the 2nd stitch, make a slip stitch, then chain 5, flip your work again, insert your hook in the 1st stitch and make a slip stitch, and you formed a ring. Then flip your work once again. Here I'm going to chain 3 and chain additional 1, yarn over and make a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over and make a double crochet, chain 1, yarn over and make a double crochet, and here I have 3 spaces. So then I'm going to skip 2 stitches in the third stitch from the piece below, make a slip stitch, then chain 3. Again, I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and in the third stitch I will make a slip stitch to join my work. Flip your work again, yarn over, and in this space make a double crochet. And here we're going to repeat our steps from the previous rows. You can go back and see what we've done and repeat the work. Now I'm going to flip my work and chain 3. I'm going to count this 3 chains as my first double crochet, chain additional 2, skip 1 stitch from below and insert your hook in the third or the next stitch and make a double crochet. Again, chain 2, skip 1 stitch, in the next make a double crochet, and repeat these steps again until you reach the end. When you get 6 spaces, I'm going to chain 2 and skip 2 stitches from the other piece and make a slip stitch. Here we have 7 spaces. And I'm going to chain 3 again and skip 2 stitches in the third stitch, make a slip stitch and flip your work, yarn over, and in the first space or around the first chains, insert your hook and make 2 double crochets, yarn over, and over the next double crochet make 1 double crochet, in the next space make 2 double crochets, and we're repeating our steps once again. So after finishing this step, I finished the next half circle, and from here and going on we're going to repeat the big or semicircle, sorry, and the small semicircle as well. So you're going to repeat these steps until you reach the length, the scarf length you desire, and you can make it as long as you want. You just keep following the same steps. If you had any difficulty, you can rewind the video and watch it again. So when you finish the first part of the scarf, continue part 2 to watch how we're going to make the other half of the scarf. In this video I described or showed you how to make the first part of the scarf or the first side. In the next video I will show you how to make the second part or the second side and how we're going to attach it and join it through the work. So just finish this part and continue with part 2, and I'll describe everything you need to know. Thank you for watching, and if you have any question you can leave a comment in the comments section, or you can go to my Facebook page and send me a message, ask me whatever you want, and I'm ready to help you with your questions. Thank you again for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much once again.